The first annual NIL Mixer event.
Denise Smith, State Farm agent, and she's a CUM alum athlete based in Colorado. She's teaming up with Esquire Sports, and they're pleased to announce that this event, their inaugural NIL Mixer, on Thursday, April 3rd. That's the Thursday right before the Friday, which is the Pro Day. So the Thursday before the Pro Day, April 3rd, at Rosetta Hall on Walnut Street. They're doing this networking event, bringing together NIL and businesses. It's a premier networking event designed to connect businesses with CU student athletes for NIL partnerships, creating meaningful opportunities for brand collaborations and endorsements. They anticipate NIL deals will be done at the event as local and national businesses have committed to attending. First event of its kind, Ocho. First
Yes,
one.
indeed. And
First
DJ
one.
Fedora is going to be there, our dog.
Woo!
You know,
Not
DJ.
DJ Fedora. Not DJ Fedora. Shout out to Fedora. Fedora probably in the house too.
Most
He
definitely.
texted me the other day, man.
So if you are an influencer, if you're an athlete, you need to make sure you be at this event right here. You want to connect and shake hands and network and meet and greet different businesses from around the Boulder, Denver metro area. That's where you need to be at Rosetta Hall, 1109 Walnut Street in Boulder, where it's cold. Who's going to be there?
I'm going to be there. And I think my Uncle Byron coming.
Uncle Neely gonna be in the building, so y'all make sure y'all go through there and check him out. The Gates once again, and good morning. Let me get right. How you doing? What's shaking? Uncle Neely's up in this thing, and we got practice number 8. And we're going to recap. Philip Duke's going to join us also. This is the morning run. Unc, what's happening? Oh, that's Duke right there with you. Okay.
I'm like, damn, you're not looking at the monitor? Like you just talking?
I thought he was going to pop in, so I was like, Unc got a guess. I didn't know who it was. I couldn't really see. But I see him now, cold-blooded. I see you, Duke. What's happening?
What's up with it?
Man, we chilling, man. Y'all up in Boulder where it's cold. Man, you look like Fabo with them things on.
Fabo!
$2.
Barbara! Hey, man, about to get a Chico stick up in here.
All right, where y'all in the office right there, man?
Do I know?
So y'all back in the office now after catching practice number 8?
Yeah, practice is done. Typically, there are press conferences after practice, but not today because there's going to be so many press opportunities tomorrow with the Pro Day. So just went into team meetings this morning, practice mid-morning, and now that is concluded. So, hey, man, we here to just get some updates live from Boulder, Colorado on the morning run.
Definitely want to get some updates. And before the show started, you guys saw on the screen the NIL Mixer. That's tonight. Y'all make sure y'all check in with that. Any questions, put them in the chat. But yes, anybody can go. As far as if you're a player, an athlete, an influencer, Dennis, I think you're qualified to go. As Uncle Neely called you, the man over there watching practice with the dog.
Yeah. Dennis check a lot of boxes. He's a player, athlete, supporter. Hey, you got to bring the dog, Dennis.
So you got to bring the dog. He's good. DEI Chico in the building. Oh, no. Yes, indeed. So, Dukes. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Y'all see the graphic up here. You know, we're not going to stay on here too long. We're not going to keep everybody holding and hostage or whatever. But, Dukes, we talked about it last night. Unc said he's going to be doing some ear hustling. Duke said he's going to be doing some ear hustling and watching. Make sure he don't cross the line, though. Stay out of the shot.
I was all the way out the way.
How did everything go today, this morning?
Man, it was super cool, man. I think that tangible energy that I was looking for, I felt as soon as I hit the practice door today. Like, it was crazy. Seeing the level of competition and the way Colorado does things. What impressed me the most was the fact that these guys were going good on good. It wasn't just the ones versus twos and ones versus threes and just trying to get installed. These guys are going good on good, and they're rotating certain pieces out, and they're trying to find out what's going to be the rotation that's going to make them most successful. I think the level of intensity of the practice, you would have thought it was fall and they were getting ready for BYU or a bowl game or something, how intense the practice was today. So it was really impressive to see how the coaching staff has got these guys biting already, and I think it's only going to get better and better as things continue to go forward in the spring.
what position group, real quick, out the top of your head right now, stood out to you?
I would probably say I think the DBs with their energy. I
Yeah.
think they got they got head topped a few times, but I just think as much as they how excited the guys on the sidelines were for the guys on the field when they made plays, I thought that camaraderie that they have was really impressive.
Yeah. What was your takes from today?
Yeah, I concur with what Dukes was saying. I do think defense this time of the year is typically ahead of the offense. But that being said, I think the defensive energy from the sideline, the support that you get from the guys who are not in the game to the guys who are doing their reps of practice, just right now that defensive energy, man, is just unmatched. Of course, Feek out there doing this thing, never quiet.
Mhm.
I love the chatter and the chipper.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Oh, got disconnected right there. You say you love the chatter?
Yeah, I love the defense playing with a little chip on the shoulder, like the chatter they're doing. It's not nothing that's taken away from practice or anything like that, but you can tell that they're in it together.
Right. What about the coaching staff? What was their energy like before practice, during practice, and after practice was done?
Man, this staff is made up of pros, man. Pros all the way up to the NFL level. You're talking about 150 plus years combined NFL experience in this business, in this building. You look at the David Kellys of the world, who may not have worked for an NFL franchise, but did do some Canadian League, but has been in every conference in the Power Five at the time, now Power Four, and so the coaches are always up. The coaches always have a message and set the tone early with the team meeting, then take it out to the field. And so I love what I see from the coaches from a consistency standpoint.
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah,
about
I
you, Duke?
agree. No, it's just professionals. I think there's a difference between emotion and passion. And you don't see the coaches get emotional, but you do see them get passionate. And what I mean by that is sometimes you see coaches get so emotional that they get out of their bodies a little bit and they're talking crazy and they do, these coaches just like if they own you, it's for a reason. But outside of that, man, they cool as a cucumber, man. It's just like another day at the office. They want to see you execute the things that they taught.
Yeah. You've been on the sideline. You get to see different things from a different perspective from just the camera. So you get to see like the guys who may be hurt and rehabbing on the sideline. Just from your perspective, what do the guys do that are not participating in on-field practice? What did you see them doing on the sideline? And Uncle Neely, you could chime in on that also.
Well, I guess it depends on the nature of the injury and how far along you are in your rehab. For the most part of practice, those guys are inside in the weight room going through their treatment with the strength and conditioning staff who's focused on rehabilitation and getting you back out there. Those guys who are able, when they get done with that, to come out and watch practice, that's part of the group I was talking to you about earlier. The same thing Deuce was talking about, whose energy is high. They want to be out there. They're going through their mental reps. They're standing in the huddle listening. They're just off to the side by the trash can, just taking up space. They are just as much engaged in practice as the people who are actually practicing that day.
Right. A lot of people think that when guys get hurt, they're just out. They're not doing anything on the. It's an off day for them. Nah, they're doing something to stay in shape, stay in form. You're going to get a sweat in and get your workout in. Also, you're not just going to be watching on the sideline like a reporter would come and do.
Yeah, a lot of times, Chico, great point. A lot of times you'll see the stationary bikes, pulled out along the end zone, the sideline, back pylons, and you have 8 guys out there, getting their miles in while watching practice. Might even have a headset on, listening to the calls while they're working out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and then I also saw guys getting mental reps, asking what the call was, understanding are trying to figure out what they would be doing if they were in that situation. So I think the amount of guys that are locked in, especially getting those mental reps, was impressive to me as well.
Right. What y'all think about the quarterbacks? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Unc.
I do want to point out that Dukes was on an important call, and as he rushed in to join this live, he didn't adjust his chair. I don't want y'all to think that he like 2 feet tall or something. Like he Chico, you know how you go in the classroom, they got the little kindergarten chair, like Dukes in the little chair, man. So
I'll be all right. Hey, look, that's what I want y'all to know. So Chico, I know you're the resident athlete of the bunch, and that's okay. And a lot of times we talk about like we don't want to make Chico mad. I realized, hey, Uncle Neely ain't no little dude, bro. Like, hey, man.
Hell
like,
no.
I'm trying to get Chico.
I did.
You want these paws, Chico? I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Chico, I be trying to tell Chico, I'm like, Chico, these paws now. You get these paws on you.
Hey, boy, y'all boy get to hitting somewhere. It's gonna be some furniture moving, man. I'm telling you, hey.
It's gonna be some loud furniture moving.
Man,
It's gonna be some loud. It's gonna be one of them loud fights.
Himself.
Uncle Neely about 6'2.5", 6'3", man.
According
No
to Chico, I'd be 6'10", though. If you go by
it'd be about 6 South. About 6 South.
If you go by his measurement.
He still would have got this work though. I would have still been spinning off, hitting the hook shots.
Let me tell you something. One thing I'm good at doing is adapting and improvising and using somebody's jokes against them. You don't want the video vixen on your ass, Chico.
Pause. Definitely don't want on my ass.
Hey, shout out to the $1.99 super chat from an account called Chico Hair, because Chico Hair deserves his own account. That's on the screen, Chico. I ain't look.
Okay, I see Chico Hair. Wow. These motherfuckers got a screenshot of my head. Unbelievable.
That's wild.
Now that's legendary, but it's all good though. All right, I see how y'all gonna do it like that. Okay.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
All good though. Chico's hair gonna be like the J Hat one day. I'm gonna have my own Twitter page, or it's gonna have his own Twitter page.
Shout out to Black Madama with the membership.
The Black Madama.
Yeah, I couldn't see the screen. My bad. And Will with the 1999. What up, fam? Super chat. We appreciate all the super chats and memberships to come in and help pay the bill, because one thing Chico don't do is pay his bills, and so this helps us.
All right,
keep them rolling.
Yeah, that's what BiggDogg gonna do. We're gonna keep them rolling right now. We're gonna talk about the quarterbacks and see what Duke saw from the quarterbacks and K-Salt and Juju out there, how they are working together, their mannerisms, because you get some quarterbacks. Like we talk about Aaron Rodgers, they won't even talk to the backup quarterback or the young guy. So you got a senior and a young guy. How is their relationship looking like out there on the field?
I mean, I love the chemistry and camaraderie outside of the competition. Both of these guys, they're competing for the same job. It won't be but one QB1. But when they're going through their QB drills together, when they're walking from the locker room together, when they're warming up, you can't tell that there's an adversarial competition going on. Like they're pushing and bringing the best out of each other. Now, when they go do their reps, of course, everybody wants to be the man, but you don't have this kind of chemistry in the QB room where there's some volatility in the air. Like they are both pushing and bringing out the best of each other.
Yeah, I will have to agree. Watching these guys work together, push each other, and to split reps, it's a competition.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, man. I think that's what the craziest thing was that I didn't realize.
Hey, I like how I dropped my chair down to meet him.
Okay, now y'all look a little bit better.
Have you gone to Bible school? They tell you that Jesus met them where they were.
Yeah,
he just had to come to church. He went out there. So when I saw my brother Dukes couldn't get his chair up, I put mine down.
Well, it took you long enough, I guess.
Nah,
y'all was looking like damn Ren and Stimpy over there for a minute.
He said Ren and Stimpy.
Man,
just jokes, man. Just jokes.
That's all good, man. Would I be Ren?
Duke, I don't know which one the big or the little. I just know one of them big, one of them little.
I know who Lamont and who Fred between me and you.
Okay.
You the big dummy.
Man. But now, seriously,
and you do all the work. I just be at the house.
Duke's trying to be serious, and we try to get some real, analytics going on right here, or some analysis going on, or some commentary from Duke's going on right now.
All I was gonna say was, man, Colorado can't lose.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado can't lose. I like that.
They can't lose with I don't care how it shakes out. I saw a lot of good stuff out of both of those quarterbacks today. Right now, I don't know who had the best throw of the day. It's like a toss up. Like they both had some A1 throws today. Like down the field too. Like it was an exciting day of practice, man. I'm glad I got to check it out.
And I'll tell you this, Dukes, to the audience out there, it's like that every day. Just as one of them gets some reps and does something, you go like, oh man, okay, it's him. the next guy come and be like, oh, wait a minute, it's him. Like they really go back and forth. Their command of the offense, the respect that the team has for them, whether it's the O-line, the running backs, or the receivers, you name it, even the respect of the defense. Like Duke said, what a problem to have in April where this thing is so close that you don't know.
Man, so it looked like both of you or Duke's got to see a heavy dose of what it's been like a snippet on Well Off and Reach the People in the pregame show as far as practice clips go with both of the quarterbacks. Salter getting outside the pocket, making plays, extending plays, still throwing darts down the field. Juju looking pinpoint, looking like he can make quick, fast decisions, based off the pre-snap reads and such like that. What were you going to say, Dukes?
That was neat. Let me say this, and I want to hear Duke's opinion on it as well. Outside of the quarterback play today, if I had to put a sticker on a guy's helmet, man, Dallin Hayden looked damn good today. Like, I guess that's what happens when you come on the morning run. He looked exceptional. He made the most of his opportunities today.
And a lot of well, look out for him, man. He came into Ohio State on fire. I think he had a couple of injuries as he dealt with, nagging injury at Colorado when he first got there. I think he's going to be full speed now, coming in the spring, and I think he has something to prove. He's going to be a player to watch, I think, behind his big offensive line too.
Yeah, Dukes, what'd you think? Eyeball test.
Toting that mail. That's what they call it. He was toting that mail. Man, what you talking about, man? Dallin Hayden was getting off today. I was tripping. I was like, dang. Hey, I remember one of the ones he broke. He ran so fast that a guy almost tackled Coach Prime.
Sure did.
Like I was like, man, Hayden was. Hey, look, Coach Prime ain't even trip. All he did was this
touchdown.
That's all he did. No, it practice was lit, but man, Dallin Hayden, I would probably say would have been MVP today if I had to pick anybody in practice.
Damn. So that means that's
what I saw.
Yeah, that means that the offensive line making some holes out there, man. Looking impressive. Coach Andre, we've been inside the offensive line room thanks to Coach, Uncle Neely, and we've seen how they work together. Coach Hageman, Coach Gunner, and Coach Dre Garrard. How was the offensive line cohesiveness out there in pass protection and in the run game?
I think it was solid. Of course, you're going to have as practice goes on, and you're dealing with some guys who are not really back from injury. So you may not have the depth right now that you're going to have in August or in the season. And so as practice goes on, one play might get away from you. But I will tell you this: if you look at this offensive line compared to last year, and the ability to run block is night and day. Yeah. It is absolutely night and day. And one thing, as this quarterback battle emerges, I don't care if it's Coach Prime, Pat Sherman, offense coordinator, will tell you if we can't run the ball, we're not going to be able to win. And so it is just going to be that simple with this offensive line. We have got to run block. And I think with Coach Gunnar White leading that room, and of course with Coach Gerard and Hageman in there as well, this team is going to be prepared to run block.
Absolutely. Now we talked about last night. We can go to Dukes for this one. And we talked about the penalties and the main thing that Coach Prime wanted to fix this spring and to get a hold on. And we discussed who was the leading as far as position group, and that was the defensive line, which was a surprise to myself and Dukes. Did y'all see anything that stood out that says that they're kind of like on par with last season, still making those mistakes, or are we making improvements now?
I would say improvements. I would say improvements are being made. We'll know more Saturday. We got the first scrimmage on Saturday, and so there'll truly be refs out there calling it. There's a lot of times, not a lot. There have been times where Coach Prime will recognize a penalty took place, and he'll, after the play is over, say, "No, spotty right there, that was holding," or spotty right there, that was this or that. But I think Saturday will be the first true test to evaluate when you got officials out there and how the game is being called. Because I think like right now, Dukes and I, first half of practice, Dukes was on the offensive side and I was on the defensive side. And then the second go around of live action, we were both on defense. And you absolutely saw some things from the DBs that if this was a real game, that would have been a flag, But from a testosterone chippy standpoint, of course, no one's going to do that at practice. You let them play through it. So I think it's going to be interesting, Chico, when we get to Saturday, this scrimmage and the next scrimmages to come, to see what happens when flags can really be thrown.
Yeah, I think defensive line wise, I think I saw one jump today. If I was counting correctly, I don't think one offsides at the most.
Mhm.
And that was a freshman. So I mean, I think they've definitely made strides. It's hard to tell in such a controlled environment. To Unk's point, but yeah, I think overall it's going to be a more disciplined team because they're. I think just the team is just locked in. I think this unit is going to be special, man. I think they understand the task at hand, and I think they don't want to let anything get in between it, especially being undisciplined.
I would say this, Chico, if you don't mind, put Mr. Gray 301 question.
That's exactly where I was about to go with that. I said we can't get out of here without mentioning the special teams. And we had Coach Pollock on a couple last week. He mentioned special team, how new kicker Buchanan has been kicking it through the end zone. So let's get y'all update on special teams. What did y'all see along with this question from Mr. Gray 301? He said, "Peace all. I haven't seen much about the kickers. Is Mata the number one? Are kickers being sent to the back of the or kickoffs being sent to the back of the end zone? How we looking?"
Well, first I'd say to the audience, my apologies for Chico reading that. We should have let y'all read it yourselves, or we should have done it. So I'm sorry y'all had to suffer through that.
Man,
But
listen, if I can't read, that damn shouldn't show up. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
One thing I want to start with, what caught my attention about the question, is a question that Dukes asked me out there while we were watching practice. And Dukes turned to me and he said, "Damn, it's a lot of time spent on special teams, ain't it?"
Yeah.
And man, like, it is an emphasis this year. Like that, I think the special teams segment probably in aggregate is 10 minutes longer this year than it used to be. And so, yeah, you got jug machine punting, but you also got the live punting going the other direction. I think right now, as far as field goals go, that's Mata. And then, of course, Mate 2 coming in is we inside and he kicking it out the building. So I love the direction of special teams. But more than anything, I want to get Duke's thought on this because he was able to watch it with Coach Pollock heading up special teams. And here's a guy who's been a head coach, athletic director, offense coordinator, you name it. I think the drills that they're doing outside of just the kicking stuff is relevant, to making sure we're not giving up big plays, but also making big plays on special teams.
Yeah, 1,000%. I think the attitude is sums create holes. So basically breaking down the special teams game into bits and pieces to where when you put it all together, it's going to be a well-oiled unit. But by being able to think about the key points, the choke points in the special teams function, whether that be actually fielding the punt, fielding the kickoff return, getting around the edge, standing your man up, holding off, holding the gunner, like all of these different parts of the special teams games. Like they literally had special teams indies, the same way you Indy in team. They had special teams Indy for for almost every special team. Like each maybe what 6 stations, 6 to 8 stations going. Like it was crazy. I'm like, damn. And I turned around and asked Uncle Neely. I was like exactly what he said. I'm like,
oh, you said damn.
Yeah.
And I think that goes to what Coach Pollock said. They're going to be using more. They're looking to use more starters on special teams this year.
Yeah, and I think that's discussion with Coach Pollock and the head coach, Coach Prime, to say that, hey man, we can't take what's 33% of the game, which is special teams, a third of the game, even though it's fewer plays, it's just as important as you're flipping the field or gaining field advantage. We can't let it be like a dumping ground for other position groups. Like because a guy's not cutting it at linebacker, you send him to special teams. Like special teams is not important. And so I think when you have a head coach like Coach Prime, who, part of his Hall of Fame career was taking punts to the house, he understands the importance of special teams. You have a former head coach like Coach Pollock. He understands the importance of special teams. And so there's no slouching on it. It's not the place where you send guys that's been loafing. It's the place where you send the best of the best.
Right. And to make a name for yourself, dog. It's not, break time, special teams, dead serious. Like you said, Coach Prime return punts. You think those guys on special teams wasn't blocking for him? I know he made some things happen by himself, but they were putting forth an effort to block for him because they knew that this guy back here could take it to the house and, in turn help the team out. So Special
And,
teams
Coach,
very important.
and to be honest, Coach Prime takes an interest in every phase of special teams.
You saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not just looking at returners; he is everywhere.
Right. So shout out to Mata and all the other kickers out there, man, on special teams. New mate,
Well,
even the
Chico,
snapper.
this popped in my head. Player, I won't name the player, but Coach Prime was watching these drills take place, and this was Tuesday's practice, and a guy was participating in the drill, and he's like, "Hey, dog, I understand everybody can be ready, but he will never do that in the game. Move him somewhere." He said, "If we have him doing that in the game, we got bigger problems. He will never be doing that. Like, go teach him something else."
All right, let me ask this last question before we get about here. This is going to be just like a halftime of the morning run. We're going to continue also tonight. If you guys just checking in, we will have Unc and Chico tonight with special guest Philip Dukes on, and we'll be talking about the NIL mixer that's going on today, this afternoon, 4 to 6 p.m. in Boulder, where it's colder. Well, Uncle Neely and Dukes will be there, so look out for that. Our instant reactions from that. And all the players that will be there also. We might have some exclusives coming for you guys also. Last question from practice, unless we have some from the chat. At least this one from me. Dukes, from what you've seen, put you on the spot right quick. Like, who are the leaders of the Colorado Buffaloes out there? Who's the guy, whether it's vocal or a guy just leading by example? Who would you say? Give me 3 of them.
I'm gonna go 40 on defense.
Taj McCoy.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go 7-7 offense, and I'm gonna go 3-10.
3-10, the quarterbacks. Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just walk in, did it?
No. I thought it was Coach Pollock coming in. I was going to put him on the spot. I was, if I take that same question, I love the ones he said, but I would want to add in a Jeremiah Brown. What I see him doing in that linebacker unit, not necessarily defensive wide leadership, but in that room. And then I love what Seven Hayden is doing in the running back room.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would if you take Duke's list and my list, I think you got a good sense of who are potential D's and L's. Dog leaders.
Dogs and leaders.
He did. You know what? I told you gonna put him on the spot if he walked in here.
Not the best hair in college football, my main man, DSGP.
Auburn imitated, never duplicated.
That's right.
I would be Mean Gene Oakland and Ric Flair here. We got Coach Pollock just walked in live on the morning run. We're doing a practice 8 breakdown. We were just about to get out of here, but the man with the best hair in all of college football, Coach Michael Pollock. We were just covering our special teams section. And I got to tell you this, Coach Pollock. Duke watched practice today, and he turns to me and says, "Damn, we spend a lot of time on special teams." He's like, "I love it." And what are your thoughts on this expanded time that Coach Prime is giving you to get the guys ready?
Well, I'll tell you what, not only do we have a little bit more time, just by a couple minutes, but I think we're doing a great job of maximizing our time. Like we're not just running one drill at a time. We've got 2 or 3 things going on at one time. That last period of the day, we're working punt, we're working punt return, and we're working field goal block. We're working 4 different special teams at one time. Yeah. So I think that's a great job that we've done as a staff to organize and get things to where we can maximize that time. Because we got to spend, especially in the spring, you have to dedicate a lot of time to your offense and defense. And special teams has to kind of figure out unique ways and creative ways to maximize our time and get our time in as well. Hey, he tried to catch me off guard today, didn't he?
He did.
Hey, I bet. See, listen, I know him because I told the coaches like 3 practices ago, "Hey, man, listen, we got to have field goal block ready to go." Yeah, because he's fixing to call it out of nowhere. And today he did.
He did. I was also chatting with Dukes in the chat. One of the things I love, because they were asking about how's Mata, how's Mate 2 doing, and I said this is the special team segments are not just about kicking the ball and returning the ball. there's an emphasis on drills about getting downfield as gunners, getting around blocks, staying in your lane when doing it. Talk about the drills and the importance of those.
Yep. Well, like today we did what we call our bus on bus. We're basically working our punt rush techniques right there. We're getting guys down in their punt rush, their stances, and we've got a guy it's a competitive drill where we got a guy blocking him, trying to keep him from getting to his block point.
And they get a little chippy out there now.
It does. And we got 4 groups going at one time, so we worked on that. And then of course at the end, we had punt pods going, so we were working our punt protection. And at the same time, we were working our sky punts, where we were teaching our gunners and our slots to down the ball inside the 5, getting in the right spots, getting to their landmark, and doing those things. Then while that was going on, we were working field goal block. We had our defense down there, and especially our interior guys working our block techniques, our rush techniques to try to block a field goal. So yeah, we got a lot more going on than just Mata and Buck and Grease and the boys kicking, So we got a lot. There's a lot to it, and I think we're covering a lot of ground in a short period of time.
Where else than the morning run can you get a pop in by Coach Michael Pollock, the best hair in all of college football? Coach, we appreciate you, brother.
Hey, anytime, guys.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Coach.
He ain't lying.
All right,
One
Chico,
and only, Coach Pollock.
Let's see how consistent and good you are. You said 30-minute show is 31 minutes, 30 seconds. Are we going to have to hang up on you, or are you going to take us out of here?
I'm definitely going to take you guys up out of here because it's time to go eat breakfast this morning somewhere. So, hey.
And Chico,
y'all don't believe y'all just
you know
looked at each other and said.
You know what we say on the morning run. It's morning somewhere.
It's morning somewhere. It is definitely morning for me. So it's time to go eat Sathan for Sathan. Anybody out there, we appreciate y'all checking in wherever you're checking in from the East Coast to the West Coast. You know what I mean? From the Pineapple to the Big Apple. It's BiggDogg Chico out here in the middle of the ocean, Pacific, that is. Shout out to Philip Dukes and Uncle Neely up in Boulder, Colorado on location, where we will be bringing you exclusives. Stay tuned for tonight and tomorrow. It's going down in a major way.
That's right. Duke. My Uncle Chico live tonight with a special guest, Philip Dukes will be in the building.
He ain't lying. Y'all know what to do.
On location, not probation.
Hey, from the Pineapple to the Big Apple, piece of Middle East, and one day I'm going to pay Dukes his money back. But until then, we out.
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Peace. Good morning. Whatever. I'm just going to keep talking until they walk off. I'm just going to keep talking until they walk off, brother. Bye. That's what I'm talking about. They done left me by myself. They don't know what they did they? Huh? I got my blenders on. Look out for BiggDogg Chico's hair coming from facebyjazz.com. We're going to outsell the Uncle Neely's beard oil, all right? Y'all stay tuned for merch. BiggDogg Chico merch coming, and Uncle Neely's merch coming, and Philip Duke's merch coming, and our collective of merch coming from all of us and everything else, man. I can keep talking, but I'm going to eat something right now. Y'all hit me in the comment section. Yeah, that was a fast morning run right there. That was a half a mile right there. I was going to do a super chat and they left. Well, we waiting on you, Salty Vet. Oh, now? You say you can't do it because I'm on here? Unbelievable.
Cut the what? I left the what?
Take the what and leave the what? They going to leave the show and leave me here? Unbelievable. But until next time, man, y'all know what to do. It's the biggest dog, Chico to the sea, and the place to be, coming to you live and direct. Like I said, from the middle of the ocean. Pacific, that is. Anybody want to collab with us? Marketing, advertising, hit us up in the Instagram DMs or Uncle Neely at thepregameshow.com or BiggDoggChico@gmail.com or hit us up somehow, some way, and we will put you on in the major way. Shout out to Goonsville Clothing, Face by Jazz, and everybody else, man. Y'all checking in. We got love for you. You understand? I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, honey. What you got? Got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you. Yeah, whatever. We up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah.